morning, friends. I spoke too soon yesterday. We're not done with hotel yoga yet. I'm now at the O'Hare Airport Hilton, which is actually very nice. Only costs about 3 times as much as it should. But anyway, my flight got messed up. So I spent the night here, but I have a clean body, clean teeth, not necessarily clean clothes. My biggest regret is I did not bring my yoga mat in my carry-on, so I had nowhere to sit at the airport. I love to just set it down on the floor and I can just sit there and lean against the wall and breathe. But that's okay, I'll get it tomorrow. So I have my hotel towel, and if there's a day you shouldn't skip your yoga, it's when you're about to get on an 8-hour flight. So join me either cross-legged or on your knees. It doesn't matter, you can change it up later if you want, but if it bothers your knees to sit like this, so cross-legged or however you like. Sit up tall, head over heart, heart over heels. Let your palms rest gently in your lap. You can even interlace your fingers and let them sit there. But come to stillness for a minute. Close your lips, quieten your body, quieten your mind. Be still. What comes to you right now? I hope it's thankfulness, gratefulness, love, peace. Choose your word. Come back to it during your practice. Deepen your breaths. Inhale 3 to 4 seconds through nose. Exhale out nose 3 to 4 seconds. Bring your hands to heart center. Take another inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, let your chin fall to your chest. Let your fingertips drop to your sides. Chest is open, clavicles open. Point your tailbone down. Take the arch out of your back. Take an inhale and drop your ear over toward your right shoulder. Exhale, ear to left shoulder. Keep going with that. Let your breath move with you. Moving as slowly and quickly as you like. Keep moving like this, or gently let your head move toward the back to make some circles. If this doesn't work for your neck, just go slowly side to side. I have lots of snap, crackle, pop in mine. I don't know when that started, whether it started when I was 30 or 40 or what, but I just know it hasn't always been there. And then come back to center. Coming back to your breath, come back to your stillness. Notice the integrity of your spine and go the other direction. Big deep breaths. Today we get what my body is craving. No great plan, except preparing for an airport ride. And come back to center. Inhale, reach your right hand up, bend your elbow, bring your hand gently to the left side of your head, and let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. Gentle pressure, no pulling or tugging. Reach your left arm out long and straight. Deep breath. Now take your chin and drop it down an inch and move your hand a little so you feel a little more stretch on the left side of your neck towards your left shoulder. Come to stillness after you find that sweet spot. Remember, a gentle pressure, no tugging, no pain. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up and let it float down. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Begin dropping your left ear towards your left shoulder. Bend your elbow. Bring your fingers to the outside of your right temple there. Stretch your right arm long. And pause. No overstretching. Be gentle with yourself. Notice your spine. Notice the integrity of your spine, your tailbone. And then gently drop your chin down an inch or so. Move your fingers around toward the back of your skull. And feel that stretch up the, looking for the stretch on the back side of the right neck. And come to stillness. On your next inhale, reach your left arm up and let it float down. So stay in, if you're like this on your knees, just gently scoot your hips toward the right. You don't have to come all the way to the earth. Extend your left arm long. Inhale, reach up and bend up and over. Big stretch to the right side. You can still stretch, do this stretch even if you're sitting cross-legged. Remember that integrity in your arm. Bring your arms straight. Don't let it flop around. We're looking for strong, firm arms in yoga. Making our bodies long and lean. Lean and mean. Not really. We're actually looking for the sweetness in all these postures. Finding where you can relax in the gentleness of them. Inhale, reach up, send your hips back to center, let your right arm float down. Now send your hips over, scoot it an inch toward the left, right fingertips over here for your balance. Inhale, reach up with your left arm and across. Sinking your shoulder into the socket, opening broadly through your collarbones. Strong arms, fingers strong and engaged, palm turning down toward the earth. On your next inhale, reach up, bring your hands back to center and let your hand float down. One more, inhale, reach up. Bring your palms together, drop your hands behind your head so that your thumb is resting there on the back of your neck. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Now interlace your fingers, let them rest on the low back side of your head and neck. Inhale, lift your rib cage out of your pelvis and lift your chin, opening up a little more through the chest and shoulders. One more big deep breath in. And on your exhale, gently round. Gentle tug on the back of your neck. Gentle pressure, no pulling. Soften through your shoulders. See where you can relax here. Release your hands. So if you're on your knees, I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to come into child's pose. So if you're sitting cross-legged, make your way to child's pose. You can sit with your knees broad, your toes together in the back, and let your hands slide out. Let your forehead come to your mat. Soften through your shoulders. Pause here. And walk your hands around to the right. Big stretch for the left side body. Maybe you even place your left hand on top of your right. Doesn't matter, but let your hips still be heavy. Big deep breaths, filling your belly, rising and falling. Slow it down. When during the day can you remember to slow down your breathing? Maybe in line at Walmart, pumping gas at the gas station. Walk your hands through center, walk over to the left. Maybe talking to your teenagers. Slow it down. See how coming to stillness and deepening your breath can bring calmness to your situation. It takes practice. Maybe at the airport waiting in line to change your flight. Walk your hands back to center and come up onto your forearms, send your toes back, come to plank. Deep breaths. Now lower your knees down. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. I know my legs are out of the frame. My hotel room's a little smaller here. Even it's a little fancier, but definitely smaller. So your hands are out in front of you like Superman. Inhale, lift everything off of your mat except your pelvis. Reaching long. Turn your hands down like Superman. See if you can bring your heels close together, zip up your legs, take 2 more deep breaths. And exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, lift back up. Hold for 2 breaths. And on your exhale, lower back down. On your next inhale, lift back up. Hold it for 2 breaths. And lower back down. Nice. From here, bring your hands underneath. Press up to tabletop and take a couple of cat-cows. Because I cannot resist the urge to work in a cat-cow. Yoga in your only pair of pants. At least they're loose. Sometimes works out, sometimes it doesn't. But there's a lot of situations where you can work in some yoga, that's for sure. All right, come to stillness. Lower to forearms here. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up tall, like in downward facing dog, but with your forearms down. Press your heels down to the floor. Lift your hips a little taller. Soften through your shoulders. We're in Dolphin. Lower your knees. Come back to child's pose. Sorry about my low pants. And then whenever you're ready, walk your hands back to your table. Take a couple cat-cows. You know the routine. Maybe practice pressing the tops of your feet in for balance today. Pressing down through your knuckles. Breathing with the movement. Slowing it down as you need to. get one more. Forearm plank, curl your toes under, reach them back, pressing through the forearms, squeezing through the thighs and the belly button, soften through your shoulders, shoulders directly under, over your elbows. Integrity in your neck, don't let it hang, don't scrunch it up. 5 more breaths. 1, deep breaths, 3 to 4 seconds in, 3 to 4 seconds out. What was your word you were going to come to? What are you inhaling and exhaling to the world? And lower your knees. So lower back down onto your belly, coming to Sphinx Pose with your shoulder directly over your elbows. So press down through your forearms to lift your rib cage out of your pelvis. Pause there, deep breaths. On your next inhale, stretch your spine a little longer, and on your exhale, look over to the right and hold it there. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. I'll look at you guys. Hold it there. On your next inhale, come back to center. Lower it down. Let's do a little swimming. Clearly I need more low back work. So inhale, lift everything off and just alternate swimming. Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower back down. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. On your next inhale, rise back up to table. But lower your forearms back down. Let's do our dolphin again. So pressing through your forearms, remember shoulders are soft away from the ears. Curl your toes under, lift your heels, lift your hips, hip creases tall, and try pressing your heels down toward the mat. Remember your shoulders are soft in the sockets away from your ears. You can shake your head yes or no here if you want. This is a big stretch through lengthening of the spine, but also big stretch through your shoulders. Now you can stay here, or on your inhale, float your right hip up. Maybe knock over a lamp. Pause there. And lower back down. Try not to knock anything over in your room. Inhale, lift your left leg. It's not that easy, is it? Lower back down. Lower your knees and come to child's pose. Cover up your underwear. Come to stillness, knees wide or together, hands reaching long or bringing them alongside you if that feels good today. That got my heart rate up. Next week when we have more space, we'll do dolphin and do some kick-ups. It'll be fun. That really gets your heart rate up. Deep breath. All right, last time through our plank. Let's change it up a little bit this time. So this time, put your forearms down, interlace your hands if you want, and come to plank. 5 breaths. Or flatten them out. Broad through your clavicles, broad through your upper back, belly button firm. Now let's change it up. Roll over to the right. Bring your hand to your hip or reach it up. Your heels can just rest or you can balance. You can lift your leg, whatever, but press down through your forearm. Lift up through your side body. Deep breaths. You can lower that bottom knee as well. Come immediately to the other side. Shift your heels down. Toes are, you can stack your feet or let one rest in front of the other. Lift up on your side body once you arrive. 5 breaths. Pressing down through your forearm, body one long line. Maybe that front foot is resting in front for balance. Maybe you lower your bottom knee. Doesn't matter. Deep breath. Last one, big breath. And come back over on your belly. Lower your knees and lower down. Let's stretch our shoulders since we did that big dolphin. Bring your arms out wide to a big T. Bring your left hand under your left shoulder. Slowly begin rolling up on your right side. You can keep your feet stacked or bend your left knee, that top knee. Stretch through the right side of the chest, the front of the shoulder. And then whenever you're ready, come back to center. Let's go the other way. Send your left hand out long. I'll be turning my back to you. So you got your right hand under your right shoulder, left hand out long. Turn up. So you have your left side down. Again, your legs can be stacked, or you can bring your left foot, bend it on the back side of your left knee. Deep breath. Come back to your belly. Tuck your toes under, press up to table, and lift your hips to downward facing dog. Find your dog, pedal it out. Big long stretch, pressing away with your hands. Lift your hips a little taller. Lower your knees down. Come to sitting. See how we got. From here, bring your right leg out long. Bring your left leg flat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your torso towards your long extended leg. And exhale forward. Let your fingertips rest on either side of your ankle or on your shin, it's fine, but inhale. Keep your spine stretching long today. Careful not to overstretch your hamstring. Pause there for a few breaths. Maybe even walk your fingers out a little further. Take one more deep breath and then settle down. Let your torso reach towards your knees. Let your chin come to your chest. Just hang. Maybe go a little deeper for these last couple of breaths. Shoulders even. Everything relaxed. On your next inhale, begin walking your fingers up. Change legs, bring the sole of your right foot, press it against your left inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn to the left and lower. Pause there, soften through your shoulders. Make your torso a little, spine a little longer, reaching it out long on the diagonal. Tilting a little more through the hip crease there. And then And let your chin come to your chest and settle on down. Just hang. Inhale, rise up. Send your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, reach up overhead. Flex your feet, engage through your thighs. Tilt your pelvis forward. And exhale, lean over. Hold on to your feet, your ankles, or rest your hands alongside. Leave your spine long, shoulders away from your ears. Deep breaths. And then settle down. Let your torso hang here. Let your forearms just fall and dangle to the earth. Let your neck hang. Let your low back release. Come back to your breath. Come back to your word. Your lips are closed. Your breath going in is so deep. And your breath going out is complete, full. And slowly begin to roll up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Badakanasana, butterfly, Cobbler pose. So your feet you can have a big triangle or you can pull your feet in close. It doesn't matter. But wherever you are, hold on to the insides of your feet. Open them up like a buck. Inhale, sit tall. Make your spine really long and tall. Exhale. Bend at those hip creases, leaving your spine long for this first one. Pressing down with your elbows. Open your knees a little wider. Deep breaths. Reminds me, we haven't been doing our yogi squat every day. Tomorrow. I know how much you love it. Take one more deep, long breath. And on your exhale, round down. Let yourself hang. Maybe press down a little more with your elbows. Shoulders are still away from your ears. And then slowly roll up. Take your hands, bring your knees together. Turn yourself long. Reach your hands forward and slowly roll back. One vertebrae at a time. Send your feet long for your Shavasana. Position your shoulders, your shoulder blades underneath your shoulders. Let your fingertips open to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Stretch your neck long. Take any last movements you need. Let your feet fall open. Let any tension go. Let it float away. Let's breathe together. Inhale through nose. Exhale out mouth. Let it go. Again, inhale through nose. Exhale out mouth. Let it go. One more. Inhale slowly through nose. Exhale, let all tension and anxiety float away. Set it aside for a few minutes. Come to stillness. Let your breath come natural. Pause there for just a couple of minutes. And I'll read to you. Sit still. Still your body to still your mind. Psalm 45. I love these praise psalms. God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not fear when earthquakes come and the mountains crumble into the sea. Let the oceans roar and foam. Let the mountains tremble as the waters surge. A river brings joy to the city of our God, the sacred home of the Most High. God dwells in that city. It cannot be destroyed. From the very break of day, God will protect it. The nations are in chaos and their kingdoms crumble. God's voice thunders and the earth melts. The Lord of heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress. Come and see the glorious works of the Lord. See how he brings destruction upon the world. He causes wars to end throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and snaps the spear. He burns the shields with fire. And here it is, my favorite yoga verse. Be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. The Lord's heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress. It's great that we're not in charge. And that he is, and we can trust. Whenever you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you think of your word, your mantra, one last time. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Namaste and blessings, friends.